Sisters.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We are so excited that you are joining us. And guess what? There's a little crisp in the air, you guys. And it's football season.
Go Browns.
We go Browns, you know. But anyway, we're super excited to have you here today. My name is Tracy, and I'm one half of Sisters of Leisure, where we are living every day and seeking and understanding real events.
And I am Michelle, the little sister. And so today I'm excited because I was able to meet this young lady next door to me. She was putting out these beautiful signs, and I just had to stop her and just introduce myself. And her name is Frenchie, and she is the owner of Real Krafty Kreations. Frenchie, first off, I enjoyed talking to you a few days ago. Thank you so much for joining Sisters of Leisure to walk us through this journey of your entrepreneurship and just, how everything is going for yourself. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Frenchie.
I'm Frenchie, owner of Real Krafty Kreations. Not a lot to tell, really. I have a boutique on Shorter Avenue, and I started this journey. I started off making personalized items, shirts and things like that, but I wanted a store. And so I told my sister, I said, I think I want a store. And she was like, you should go for it. And I was like, okay. And so I kept working and figured it out and did it, and still trying to figure it out while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Of course. But I really like making things. Shirts, I'm the type, it's not just for a profit. Like when I make a shirt and it turned out cute, I'm gonna do a dance by the heat press. I'm like, oh, this look good. That's how I am. And now I just been adding more and more things to the store. So now I do yard cards where I come in, I'll put up, that's how I met you, because I was putting up a yard card. So people birthdays coming around, an anniversary coming around, or whatever they want to celebrate, I come out and I'll install a yard card. And those are really fun. I think that's my biggest thing that makes me the happiest these days is the yard cards. I think because people love them, it excites them, and they make you feel special.
And I see them all over town, those yard cards. I didn't know what you call them, so they're called yard cards.
They're called yard cards, and it's first of all, I never knew all these streets existed in Rome. Like, I was like, I didn't know this house was back here. I didn't know this was right here. Like, I'm from Rome. I thought I knew Rome, but I don't know Rome. Like, there is a lot of houses in Rome, a lot of streets I did not know anything about.
So for everyone who's watching, Frenchie is in Rome, Georgia. She has a boutique on Shorter Avenue, and she has her yard cards that she do all over town. So real quick, Frenchie. So I know, Tracy, you got a question, but I'm just gonna.
I also sell the women's clothing too.
Women's clothing, yes. So how long have you been an entrepreneur?
So I've been an entrepreneur, I guess, trying to get that way, because I would at first I would call it a hobby, I guess. So I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over a year now. April will be April would have made it a year. That's how long I've had the store. But I've been making shirts and wreaths and things like that for over 4 years.
Okay. So you said you've been in your business for over a year. What were you doing before, and how did that feel when you just released?
I worked at Harvey Clinic. I worked at Harvey Clinic care, and I really like healthcare. But I like being in charge of my own destiny a little more. That's the freedom of it all. Being able to go to my kids' events whenever I wanted to, be wherever I wanted to when I wanted to. So I like that freedom for the most part. So I left Harbin once I got to figure it out. Or once I thought I had it figured out. I left Harbin and got my own boutique. But that's why I came. I came from the medical field. I was a medical assistant at Harbin Clinic.
Yeah. So did you have people say, girl, don't you leave your good 9-to-5 job to do yard signs and sell clothing?
Oh, yeah. All the time. And even now, people, like new entrepreneurs, they're scared and they're asking me about it. And I'm like, go for it. Like, because I do feel at the end of the day, if you don't go for it, you're going to regret it. You go for it. And if you fail, okay. It's okay. You can always do something else. You fail. You didn't die. You just failed, You didn't die, you know.
Yeah.
But what they say, but did you die though? You didn't die.
Yeah.
So, but you should, do it. But I think that's the worst thing about being an entrepreneur is letting people instill doubt in you. You know, I think that's the worst thing about that. And so I no longer have that fear. This is a roller coaster ride for sure. I won't lie and say everything is breezy, everything is peachy, because it's not. It's a roller coaster ride. We have seasons where it's up, seasons where it's down. People don't tell you that. They don't show you that on social media or any other platform for the most part. But it's not all peaches and cream. It's ups and it's downs. But I'm forever grateful for all of my clients, the new ones and the ones who are sticking beside me through it all. But I love every bit of it. To be honest with you, I love business. I love people walk through the door and see my face and I'm smiling at them and they ask for help and I help them. I love solving problems. Like when they come in, I need something to wear to this place, or I need a shirt for this. And if I can solve that problem, it makes me happy. And if I can't solve that problem, I'm not forcing you to get anything. Like, don't feel like you got to buy anything. People do that too. I need to buy something from you. No, you do not. It's okay. Don't just buy something you really don't want. I'm not that kind of girl,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I love being out and I see someone, I'm like, oh, I like your shirt because I made it, So, yeah.
Yeah. So who inspires you? Like, who inspired you to really just go out on faith and say, you know what? I'm going to do what I feel like I need to do.
I would say my mom. My mom, she passed away at 35. And she didn't live a life. She didn't get to live a life, and I'm in my 30s now. And so I'm like, you know what? Do it. Do whatever you want to do. Because life can be really short and you do whatever you want to do. So I think for the most part, I think she got dealt a bad hand at life. And so I think she was one of my biggest inspirations to go out and, go for any dream that I have.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. Truly.
Yeah. So you were saying about social media, and how in social media, listen, we have this thing with social media. It's a love-hate relationship with me personally, but I understand we have to get on it because it is a tool. So what is your thought on social media? Is social media something that you feel that you have to do for your business to succeed?
I do. I think, especially in the very beginning, if you want to get your name out there, you really should do it. I think I've slacked down a little bit on posting because I have regular clientele. Sometimes that can be draining, posting all the time. You have to think of, you got to think of the right slogan, the right words, the right lighting, the right this. That can be a bit much sometimes. So I kind of slacked down on that because I do have clientele. But social media, I think it is needed. I think to get out there at first, it really is needed, But it can much.
Yeah. You should
but
just
I think it's a great tool because being an entrepreneur, I think it's a great tool because you can, all the resources, all the groups you can go in, like whatever you want to do. You want to be a mechanic or whatever. It's a group on Facebook and and it's a whole bunch of mechanics in there giving you all kind of ideas or giving you insight. So I think social media is a very good tool if used properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can get sucked into social media and how someone else's place looks different and how the person is, certain thing. And I can get caught up in social media like, oh, okay, I'm about to go to this fancy restaurant or I'm going somewhere and let me go ahead and get this posted because it's like a highlight. But in all actuality, it can kind of get a little draining to try to keep up with social media.
That's true. And then it's because then you fall into the false narratives. The people are, because like you said, you think they're out in Dubai, so you go to Dubai and they really probably
around the corner.
Around the corner.
Around the corner.
I am broke, thinking I need to go to Dubai because you don't. No.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It really can get a little overwhelming. But I wanted to say, like, when it comes to success, Like, how do you gauge your success? How are you gauging your success?
I'm gauging my success on the service I provide to people, how happy I am with providing the service, how happy my kids are with me being an entrepreneur and being able to attend their events and things like that. I gauge it on money too, but not so much to a certain extent. But money, that's part of the success too. But really the freer I can be, the more successful I can feel. I will feel. And what I mean by freedom is like I said, just being able to just not being tied down, like being financially free, being able to, move around how I want to move around. Because my dreams are much bigger than having a boutique or doing yard parts. I have bigger dreams than that I plan to conquer. So yeah, that's how I gauge my success. Just being able to be.
So what is your biggest challenge that has happened since you started your business? What is your biggest challenge that you've had to overcome?
Challenge. I don't know, I guess.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I have, but I haven't, because all the challenges I've had, God has got me through them.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, and really, and it's so funny because in the beginning, challenges, just being at the store on time, closing on time, or making sure the money was right, and really not stressing, like not stressing if you don't see the dividends that you think you should be making right now. I think that's one of the biggest challenges I've learned to sit still on. Like, okay, you set a goal for this amount of money, but you didn't get that goal. Don't stress out. It's coming, and it always comes. Like it's crazy. It always comes. Now, I'm not a millionaire, but it always comes. Or if I need certain things for the business, I've learned if I don't stress about it, it'll come. Like it'll come. It'll come.
I love that. I love that you said that, because I feel that becoming an entrepreneur is like a spiritual journey. Like, I promise, like, I did not know this was going to be a spiritual journey for me. And it really is. It's taken on to be a spiritual. It's taken on to understand my faith.
Yes.
And all that. And so do you look at this as a spiritual journey?
I most certainly do. And it makes you dig deep and you find out things about yourself. And you might not want to know everything about yourself. It might not be all good things. Like you really ain't that good at that, girl. That really ain't for you. You really need to work on that, girl. So I do agree. I think it's most definitely a spiritual journey for sure, because you really do find out a lot about yourself when you when it's time to buckle down and try to discipline yourself. Because yeah, I agree.
Yes. So do you do anything outside of what you do now, like any other hobbies, or do you feel like you want to incorporate some more things as far as your business? Do you network with anybody in town? Because you do parties.
Okay, so I've added the 360 photo booth to my business, where I go to you have a party, I go there and set up and sit there while everybody takes part in being on the photo thing. But as far as I'm in a nonprofit. I'm on the board of a nonprofit organization. It's called One Community United. So I'm on that board, but that's about it as far as outside of that. But outside of Real Krafty Kreations, that's really about it. I really don't have much other things besides I have kids, they have sports, so that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's important. And so I remember you saying that your kids, they're proud of you, aren't they?
They're proud of me, and I put them to work. My oldest kids. So the two of them, I have two older ones. They're in middle school and they're in middle school and high school. And I don't know, I get excited when they see, because now I got it set up where they get off the bus directly in front of my store. So they come on in and they greet, whoever's in there. They talk to them and they know how to communicate. I like that. Like, you know how you don't think about it, but when other people tell you, "Oh, I like your kids. They know how to communicate, or they're respectful," you be like, "They're all right," But when they can do it to other people, it's really good. So when they pull up, sometimes we'll go out and I'll pay them. I'll say, "Hey, I'll pay you to pick up this yard card," because I might, if I install a yard card, I put on my boots and my yoga pants. But if it's time to pick up a yard card, I usually go to work dressed like I own a boutique. So therefore, I'm the supervisor. I'm the boss. I pay them. When they get off the bus, we get in the car and we go pick up the yard card, and I just supervise them on, picking it up, putting it on the van. So I think they like that because then they get paid, and then they're part of the business.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's like you're guiding them through. They're watching you, seeing how to do business, and that's right. Big. You know what I'm saying? That's huge. So I
told my son, he said, "Wait, Mom, can I make $100 an hour without going to college?" I was like, "You sure can." I said, "You have to provide a service somebody wants."
Yeah.
They'll pay for if they really want it. I said, "But you can go to college too, and major in something that can get you $100 an hour too." I said, "But you don't have to. It's up to you. But you have to think of something really good to make that $100 an hour. But somebody will pay." But I like that his mind is thinking like that, and as a teenager,
Yeah, because it's important, So like, how did you become so confident in who you are? I mean, because you're invested in yourself. You gotta. How do you keep your confidence up, and when you come to talk to people about your business?
So I read a lot of like self-help books, like self-motivation books, like let me see, The Power of Thinking Big. I read that. What is it called? Think and Grow
Rich.
I like, things like that. Anything. I don't have a lot of time to read now, so usually I do the YouTube audiobooks. I love those because I can listen to those in the car. Stuff like that, like that promotes positive thinking. That's how I keep confidence, really, because it's easy to be like, "Oh Lord, this ain't gonna work." Doubt is so easy to set in. It's terrible. It's especially. I feel like doubt is easy to set in, especially when you don't come from a family who has a lot of entrepreneurs, and things like that. Because I'm really figuring everything out on my own. So doubt can really set in when the blueprint hasn't been given to me.
That's good. Yeah. And so like, okay. And so when it comes to, you're reading books, right? You get your confidence up. You know this is a spiritual journey. So how does it look when it comes to now your friends? How does that look now? Have it changed? Is it the same when it comes to your circle? Yeah.
So I think my circle has changed for sure. I think on a journey like this, you realize I think you're more conscious of your circle.
Yes.
Of your circles and the conversations you have with your circles. My circle is a little, it's smaller now. Because you want I don't know. I feel like in my age and what I do, you want to have friends who are beneficial to a certain extent, and that's not like money wise. That's like thinking wise. Like when I sit down and talk to you, we can kick it, we can laugh, we can hit you, we can talk about anything, But I don't know, when I sit down and talk to my friends after we laugh or whatever, I say, "Hey, so what's new with you? What do you want to do now?" Like, I want to know your goals, your dreams, what you want to do. So sometimes, if I ask you that and you don't have nothing for me, we really don't have much to talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what we talking about then? Because we can't. Yeah, because because like I find that I get short when it comes to like gossip or just stuff like.
Yeah, because it no longer feeds my flame. That don't feed my. That I can't profit off that. I don't care because the people they be gossiping about. No, why? No.
Yeah,
it don't make sense.
It don't make no sense.
It's like gossiping about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I don't know them people.
Yeah.
No. So my circle has changed for sure. But I don't think there's any losses, really. I don't think I'm not sad about it changing because I don't see it as any real losses.
Yeah.
That's a good one because you don't. It's like God, when you have that faith walk, it don't matter because you on a journey with him anyway. He's guiding you. Like you said, you learning stuff about you that you really didn't want to learn, but you learning. And so when people fall off, you're like, it don't affect you any.
It don't, because the people who are supposed to be there, they're there. Like the people who they're still coming in the store. I'm still meeting new people, and so you don't lose anything really.
Yeah, you seem like you gain more because you get new people. And those new people are gonna tell new people, and they're gonna tell new people.
Yeah, it builds off of it because it's like, like I enjoy being able to, because there's things in my business and in our business that we don't know, but when we connect with someone, like you had an interview not too long ago, and you was like, well, tell me a little bit about your podcast. And so now she was able to send the blueprint and help us now put more order to our podcast. And now it's a relationship that she was able to build, and that's going to be able to help us build. So it's just really important.
I love some valuable information and somebody who's done it before, somebody who's done it before. And sometimes it might not even sound so good coming from it. It might be a little harsh, but once you sit and that's one thing I've learned too in business. Like you got to receive things differently because it may sound bad when somebody gives you information, but let it sit for a while. Like, oh, light bulb. This is what they meant. They're telling the truth. I should do this. They know. So.
Yeah, it's like God is connecting you to that person to have that conversation because your future is about to change and shift anyway.
Yeah,
you don't know that at this moment in time, but your future is about to shift. So you need to talk to those type of people. Yeah, so they can already have you prepared.
That seed is planted. Yeah. So when you come across that situation or when you're in that room, it's like, bam, okay, I've been here before. I talked to such and such. I was talking Frenchie. Yeah. She put me on game. And now I know what to do now. And that's what is so important. I love that. I love
it's
that.
It's so exciting to be put on game. It's so exciting. Like once it clicks, you're like, oh, what? You're right. I can do that. I love it.
I do too.
Oh my God.
I do too.
This is not even my interview.
Yes,
but I mean, what I'm saying is that I talked to this one gentleman. He told me I had like 23 gas stations. And he said he pays out 50-something thousand a month, which most people don't make a year.
Right.
Why am I having this conversation with this man? I don't know. But I was like, okay.
Picking up them gems.
Picking them up. And he was just talking. He kept pouring into me. I was just like sitting there like, oh, wow. It was absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, he aligns it up.
And I love it when they spread business and not BS. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. I love that. Like, don't small talk me. Give it to me. Don't small talk me. Give it to me. I love that. Business over BS every day. I love it.
Yes. I love that too. Yes. So Frenchie, walk us through the journey of, you said, by Harbin. Like, I just want to know what was going through you.
Okay, so it's like I'm a little scared. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay PRN. PRN means you work as needed, So I'm gonna stay PRN. So if they call me and if I'm available, I'll go. Well, almost a year passed, and I was working, and so my manager, she hit me up. She was like, it'll be a year soon. You haven't been. Do I need to take you off the schedule? And I was like, ooh, I'm scared. Don't take me out, please. I come work. But then I got busy and I couldn't come work because I was busy with my own business. So then I just went in and turned my notice in, and then it worked out. But I was very nervous about that because Harbin Planning, that's really all I knew was outside of making church and things like that. So I was very nervous about that. But it all worked out. And like I say, anything I add to my business, it all works out too. Like I started off with shirts. Now I'm doing women's clothing. That works out. Now I'm doing a 360 photo booth. That works out. The yard part worked out. It all works out. And I always thought, especially when you invest in yourself, and even if it don't work out, that's fine too. You know, when you make investments, that's fine. If your cards didn't work out, okay, try something else, you know.
Yes.
So how do you stay motivated?
Okay. I said, because I know what I want. I have and I was just working my vision board again today. So I'm not gonna do it every year. I'm gonna do it every birthday, I think now. My birthday was just September 25th, so I'm a little late on it, but I've been working on it today. And that's gonna be in my office. It's already up, but it's old stuff. So I'm gonna replace that tomorrow when I go. But I know what I want, and I don't want to settle. Like I said, even I just remember my mom. She settled. You know, when you're a kid, you don't think about it. When you look back, you be like, she settled. You know,
Mhm.
she was dealt a bad hand and she settled. You know, I don't want to settle. I want her to be proud. I have younger siblings, and I think they're proud for the most part. They're supposed to have a boutique, you know, on Shorter Avenue. I'm from Reservoir. I don't know if you know what that's, you know, where that is at, but I'm straight from the projects, you know, and I'm not ashamed of that because, you know, that's where I'm from. But who would have ever thought that a little girl from Reservoir will be on Shorter?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Exactly.
I mean, I would never thought, but you know, that's me, and I'm so that would motivate me. That if I can make it a Shorter, I might can make it a Europe. I don't know, somewhere.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So that and my kids for sure. My kids definitely do motivate me. But I think I motivate me. I want more. I want more. I don't want a little bit. I want it all. And
Yes.
I want it all now. I don't want to be 80. But when I'm 80, I don't want to be retired. Like I see myself when I'm 80, I don't want to be retired. Like I want to pull up on the scene and tell somebody, you know, I want a door right here on this place. I want I don't know, a tree right here. I still want to be calling the shots.
Yes.
Not 80 and sitting down, you know, I'm retired. No, I want to still be pulling up. I still have a sharp mind, you know, to be able to connect all of the dots, tell you what I can do, and to reach back and help somebody, you know, and tell them or show them. Yeah.
Yes. How can people get in touch with you, Frenchie?
You can reach me on Facebook at Real Krafty Kreations, and that's Real Krafty Krafty Creations with a K. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram at Real Krafty Kreations too. Also, I'm at 424 Shorter Avenue, and that is 2 doors down from Sherwin-Williams Paint Store, right down from Shorter. If you pass that, if you pass the dollar store, you went too far because I'm not in that plaza. I'm right before that plaza. Yeah, and that's how you can reach me.
Awesome.
I love this, Frenchie. So one last question. So we have 3 minutes left. So what do you want to tell? Like, what would you want someone have told you about being an entrepreneur that you wish you would have known before you even done it? Or what can you share with someone else real quick? Drop a real gem for them.
Well, I guess really develop a business plan for sure. Like develop a more concrete business plan. Because I didn't quite do that. I just got in the store and just started trying to put stuff together. So, and it worked out for sure. Because every day I'm thinking, like, you know, as an entrepreneur, your mind never cuts off, you know. But I think you should develop a business plan, save up more money if you can. Don't doubt yourself and go for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Surround yourself with good people, like-minded people.
Yes.
They don't have to think just like you, but somewhere across, you know, along the lines. Don't.
Yeah,
Because
if you want to be a millionaire, you can't hang with hundredaires and thousandaires. You got to hang with the millionaires.
You can't. Don't have no low budget friends like that. Well, you know, low budget friends, low budget minds. Don't do that.
Yeah.
We're not talking about money. We're talking about mental health. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to thank you, Frenchie. She is the owner of Real Krafty Kreations with a K and a K.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. We hope you have many, many more parties. I hope your businesses just succeed and be so abundant in every way.
Yes. I appreciate you, Frenchie, and I'm gonna check you out on Shorter Avenue. I've been meaning to get up there. I'm gonna have to check you out over there on Shorter Avenue.
Come by. You'll be greeted with a smile for sure. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe in there. We have positive quotes on the wall. It's a good vibe. You should come by.
So you gonna have to come back and see us again
I sure
and let
will.
us know what's going on.
I sure
And let
will.
us know what's going on.
I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you too,
Thank you
Frenchie.
so very much. Again, Frenchie, Real Krafty Kreations. You can find her on Shorter Avenue. Look her up on Facebook, Instagram, and go on and get your party started.
Yeah, go ahead and buy yourself some real cute outfits.
Right.
We do. Come by.
Yes. Thank you so much, Frenchie.
you.
I really appreciate you.
Thank you. You have a good evening.
Okay, you too.
Bye,
Bye, y'all.
everybody.
We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Yes.
2 weeks with a new guest.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Thank you, Larry.